Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your daily dose of zombies news from the game and community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We've got a lot to talk about. Treyarch issues an in-depth response to recent issues, several huge new world records being achieved in areas you didn't expect, and new leaked details about possible new Easter eggs coming to Cold War Zombies as part of Season 1. So without further ado, let's kick things right off with our first story of the day. Yesterday, Treyarch broke their silence about some serious progression issues that had been occurring in Cold War Zombies throughout the double XP double weapon XP event period. In that statement, they promised to try to get a fix out as soon as possible, and it seems like they've come through on that, with a new major patch being added to Cold War Zombies today. But in kind of rare form, Treyarch starts off these patch notes with a little bit of preamble, talking to us, the community, directly about what exactly happened over the last week or so in this game. In it, they said this: coming out of last week's double XP double weapon XP event, we've made some additional tuning changes to global weapon XP earn rates across the board. Starting today, you'll now level up your weapons and unlock more attachments faster than the previous standard rate in both multiplayer and zombies. We've also addressed an issue in zombies that was causing lower than targeted weapon XP earn rates in solo matches and in later rounds. Now, in response to calls for Treyarch to extend the double weapon XP period in zombies because of the major issues surrounding the mode, this is what Treyarch has to say. They say to thank everyone for their patience. We're planning even more double weapon XP events in December. So it seems like Treyarch will not be extending the current period of double weapon XP in zombies, but they do claim that they will be adding new events in the future that I guess they didn't plan on adding before, in order to compensate the community for the time lost during the period in which the mode was bugged. But in terms of what they changed, they said that they've increased weapon XP earn rates for both multiplayer and zombies, but we'll have to wait and see if this is 100% true, because if you remembered, this is basically the exact same thing they said when this whole bugged weapon XP thing started. So hopefully this time they did definitely increase weapon XP earn rates, which is definitely a good thing. Now, in terms of zombies specific changes, they did address the issue that we talked about earlier, no weapon XP in solos or in later rounds. But they also addressed something that was starting kind of as a rumor around the community that I didn't really see anybody confirming, but here it confirms that there was an issue with the alternate ammo types not rewarding XP when you play zombies, where they say that they addressed an issue where the Napalm Burst ammo mod wasn't consistently awarding weapon XP when equipped. So if you're a big fan of that alternate ammo type, it seems like unfortunately you wouldn't actually be earning any XP when you had it equipped. So that's what Treyarch says, but Treyarch is notably vague when it comes to these things. Let's see what the community is saying about specific details of what was changed now in zombies itself. Awesome Zombies Twitch streamer Smart Guy has been working on crunching numbers, gaining a bunch of data to figure out exactly how XP progression works here in zombies, and that unified theory is still ongoing, but he did bring up some major changes to the way that works in zombies post this patch, where he said this: quick update from what we can tell, but it's going to take days again to truly check all the changes. The early XP round curve was changed so that round 2 is not extremely higher. If you weren't aware before that, for whatever reason, XP rewarded on round 2 and I believe round 3 was a lot higher than the rest of the other rounds for the entirety of the game. For whatever reason, it seems like Treyarch has modified that. He also continues by confirming that round 35 plus and solo now actually gives you XP, where before it was bugged, so they did indeed fix those issues. I'm sure making you solo guys very happy, and as well for players that just want to play past round 35, that there's actual progression being earned now where before there was none. So all in all, from what we can figure out right now, really good changes, a huge thank you to everybody in the zombies community at large that spoke about these issues, that crunched the numbers, that posted comments about while these issues were ongoing to get Treyarch's attention enough to actually fix it. And of course, on the flip side, big ups to Treyarch for listening to the community, although it took a little while, but eventually listening to the community and fixing the issues. I'm excited to see what other events Treyarch has planned for us in the Zombies mode in the future. Next up, a new world record was achieved in Cold War Zombies yesterday but it's not something traditional like high rounds or something like that. This is a little bit more simple, but nonetheless very interesting, and that is the world damage record. That is the damage being done to a zombie with one shot. Previous records were held originally by a smart guy who did 1 million damage with one shot, then 1.5 million damage with one shot, but that has since been broken by new zombies YouTuber Invader, who was able to do over 1.8 million damage in one shot to a zombie here in Cold War. How he managed to up those numbers from the 1.5 million achieved before was by using the addition of the Tiger Team barrel attachment, which grants an increase of your base effective damage for this sniper by 20%, so a significant increase, and it resulted in a bunch more damage. Congrats on achieving the 1.8 mil. As far as we're concerned, that's probably the most damage you can get in zombies right now, but of course that can change as new weapons are added into this game or new different enemy types are added, but that's not expected to happen for a little while yet. Next up, we have an update on possible new Easter eggs that are going to be added here into Cold War Zombies, either on Die Maschine or even a new map being added to the game within Season 1. The contents of these intel transcripts are very interesting because they may be connected to a possible Easter egg we've been tracking here in Die Maschine. If you guys remember, a few days ago, we were following updates to the possible gold for a banana side Easter egg here on the map that involves this guy right here, who's down for the count, and on the wall behind him is written a graffiti that just doesn't make sense in any other context than a possible Easter egg clue, that being gold for a banana. Well, at that time, within the files here in Zombies, people discovered a transmission radio message from a Red Army soldier that appeared to be located within the Dark Ether. Now, there's no way to actually access these transmissions in the game right now that we know of. That's why we thought it was related to a new Easter egg on the map. But today, we finally get an update on that situation, because while we didn't know how to trigger these transmissions, how to actually make him talk in-game, what we did know was his name, based on the files in which he appeared in. And it seems like, coming with new Season 1 intel added into this game, he's going to be making an appearance. His name was Piotr, and we now have the details of the 5 different radio transmissions from him that will likely be playing in game when Season 1 launches. In it, he talks about his time of being stuck within the Dark Ether, which explains why he appears in the Dark Ether in his radio HUD overlay. The contents of his radio transmissions itself are very interesting because it mentions another big Easter egg on the map, and that is the distant monster Easter egg. And with how much detail and information Treyarch talking about this distant monster, which is called an Elder God, he'll be making another appearance in a later Zombies map, we can be sure about that. But moving on to the next story, what is the highest round you think has ever been achieved in a Zombies game? Is it round 1,000? 2, 3? Is it maybe 100,000? That would be insane, right? What if I told you that the actual highest round achieved in any Zombies game, legit that we know of, is round 250,000. Now, the caveat to this record wasn't achieved in a main series Call of Duty Zombies game, but rather it was achieved on Kino der Toten within Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies mobile version. Reddit user Real Dr. Polygon posted up this thread on the COD Zombies Reddit talking about details of this record, and within it he says that he started this game of zombies on May 26th of 2018. Years ago. So this is a years-long project that he said he's kind of picked up and played whenever he felt bored. So along with the extremely high round record, it's a zombies game that is 2.5 years in the making, which is just incredible. But moving on, Reddit user Anthony Cosplay posted up this clip that shows just your regular chopper gonna ride here in Die Maschine, and he's gone. This must have been a rookie pilot, saw those zombies down below and just said, "Sorry bud, we are gonzo Alonzo out of here, man," before immediately crashing his chopper into the mountainside and causing an automatic down for our poor player here. But that wraps up today's news, guys. If you enjoyed it, hey, why not give the video a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. I had a lot of people asking me in the comments of recent videos, since they have seen the #1 spot of my top 10 weapons here in Cold War Zombies video that I posted a little while ago, for my attachment list on the Hauer shotty I was using in that video that's able to one-shot zombies past the round cap. But basically the 3 big attachments you need on this shotgun to make it a powerhouse is the best steady aim laser you've unlocked so far, the highest capacity shells attachment, and the most important, you need to throw on the task force barrel onto this shotgun. So there's been a lot of confusion about this attachment, where you see there's 2 actual separate values for effective damage range. The top effective damage range is actually your effective damage. Slash out the range, it's your effective damage, and it increases it by an insane amount. The second effective damage range is your actual effective damage range that lowers how far you can actually take down zombies with this weapon. Treyarch just decided to make the labeling of them extremely confusing for some reason. If you haven't seen that top 10 weapons video, definitely go ahead and check it out. You'll see why people were talking about the Hauer shotgun and wanting to replicate its effects. But I want to thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you over at that top 10 video in just a few moments time. Peace.